Hello friends, how are ya? Welcome to the shed, starting the week in a very similar carbon copy wet way that we started last week 7 days ago, where I complained. I said, oh, it's gonna pour rain. I don't think I'm gonna be able to ride very much. And literally, I'm pretty sure I was on my bike for at least half an hour to an hour every single day. So maybe I need to start complaining and being a bit of a negative Nancy at the start of every week, with the outcome being that I actually do ride my bike. For a week that rained almost every day, a little bit, and snowed one, that is pretty good track record. Now, in the stand right now is the Poseidon Trakclocross bike with the 2-speed SRAM automatics rear hub on it. We put this on, experimented with it a little bit in a previous video, and I gotta say, it's a fun concept. I don't love the way that it actually performs, so to everyone's delight, I'm sure, put it back to fixed gear, and I'm gonna take this this brake off for another reason. See my BMX here. The BMX did get a brake put on it this weekend. I always used to ride BMX with a brake. The reason there was no brake on it before, I don't know. It just finally came time. I was like, I'm putting a brake on. So, the Spindatt Fleet brake setup on bikes that don't have any colored paint on them, it's been unbalanced. And to get back to the equilibrium, one of these two has to have its brake removed. Will I remove the rotor? The main question right now is where is the... Oh. So I think my biggest concern is this is a 15-tooth cog, and I believe, I can't remember, it's quite big. Big difference in cog size, and the way that I made this work was by putting a bunch of Odyssey BMX half-link links in the chain. I lost a link. So anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with chain sizing. I might even be at an advantage with the half links in there, because this, I remember, was sitting somewhere where I wasn't overly happy with it. So maybe pulling a link out, having half links in there might... There's only one way to find out. It's just a start. I'm actually going to start with these pedals because they're just terrible. Terrible. You gotta love a good tinker project like this, especially when getting a hold of parts right now. Like everybody says, it's so difficult. There's such a wait time. You gotta be very patient. It's hard to get anything done. Like the Just Us build, like there's stuff I want to get for that. There's big holdups on that. The Thrasher Bass build, you know, that's held up because I'm waiting for parts for it. And I guess I could paint it, but the rain really doesn't help. Anyway, this is off now. I don't know what to do with this wheel. Something. Maybe the Schwinn fixed gear could use it, or you know, if any of my friends want to use it, you know, it'd be up for grabs for that, I guess. Oh, I have my zip valve extender on here. Let's see what we got for chain length. See how much we got to pull out. I imagine it'll be a lot. Oh. At this point, the bike is now a fixed gear again. And pretty loose. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're good. 1 or 2 links maybe come out. This chain actually has a master link in it. So I think I'm going to actually use it. There it is. If you don't know what a master link is, you undo this, and then it'll all kind of slide apart. What I like to do is not show anyone anything usually, because I'm usually doing it kind of the haggard, not right way. But yeah, that comes apart, and you're laughing. I'm going to start with 1 link. Just pull 1 link out for now, and then throw that master link in and see what it does for putting the wheel where I'm thinking it'll put it, and then see if we need to take another one out. I really don't want to mess with the half links. BMX half link chains are so wide that they're just kind of annoying to cut and break. So it'd be a lot simpler for me if just the 1 link or maybe 2 links is enough. That's one link out. Where does that put us? Out in the middle. You know, I don't hate that. I actually don't hate that length. Yeah, I think I'm gonna run it here. Okay, rear end, back to the way it was intended. Front end, about to do the same. Can you feel it? Can you feel the way the world order is coming back to the way it should be, at least in the context of this shed? Let's do it. So there's a SRAM Guide T on the front of this bike right now. Douglas Young sent this over to the channel. Douglas Young, a Patreon supporter, he had a bunch of stuff that was like kind of taking up space. They were looking to move, or he was like downsizing. He was like, hey, I have these brakes. Do you want them? And I was like, yeah. So one of them ended up on this. The other is kind of sitting aside. These brakes will eventually get onto another project. I'm just kind of waiting for it to arrive. It's not one that you know of at all, but it's kind of going to be a special one. So these will have a good home. I'm just kind of waiting for it to come. Douglas, thank you for sending these over. I hope you enjoyed the extra stickers that I put in with your order. Speaking of stickers, the supplier who makes these actually screwed up the order when they originally came in, and I was short like 100 of these, so I couldn't do about 100 packs of the Every Bike is a Good Time sticker packs. So if you missed it and you're watching this video, which I hope you are, you know, there's another opportunity coming for you to be able to get a set of these. $10 in an envelope with a comic strip. That was today's sponsored slot. Spindatt stickers. You guys at Patreon. All the help helps. Okay, I don't have to pull a grip off of this because there's 2 bolts and they'll just come undone, I think. Sometimes these SRAM brakes trick me. Yep, we're good. And then we gotta cut that and undo that. You know, I know how much all of you really hate the rotor on the front, which honestly is kind of like life fuel, life blood for me. So I think I'm gonna leave it on. I love the comments, especially from new viewers who are like, take that off. I live for it. I'm leaving it on. That, and I don't have to pull the wheel off or do anything. There's a little bit of laziness here too. Aha. Proper world order. Restored. There you have it. Now that looks good. Bull moose bars instead of the Easton bars, but otherwise back to the way it was. So good. Now, shall we try track standing it with no pedals on? I think we shall. Whoa! Foot in the rear wheel. Woo. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. I wouldn't ride it this way, but... Oh, okay, it can be done. The pedalless track stand challenge is now up. Okay. You know, one thing I do need to do for this, my cross-country bike, maybe even the compulsion, is actually buy some pedals. I've been sharing the SPD pedals between the Windspace cross-country bike, the Enduro bike, and this bike. Like, it's been a rotation of pedal swapping right before I go for rides every time. It's very annoying. So, you know, maybe it's time to like throw the $200 aside and spend a little bit of money to get these bikes dedicated pedals all the time, so I don't have to think about it so much. That way it's a lot easier to just, when you think about riding a bike, you can go jump on it and go. Not have to, like if you see it with no pedals on it, you're like, deal with that. But satisfied with getting the fixed wheel back on the Trakclocross bike. Proper Trakclocross bike again.